Harun, welcome, namaskar, and thanks so much to all of you assembled over here in the national capital, and of course those watching us online on BW's digital platforms, and of course also live on NewsX and NewsX YouTube. It's a very special session that we've all assembled here for, and before we begin this very topical session, I want to quickly introduce the individual sitting on the stage beside me. Advait Yogbhushan ji. Acharya Advait Yogbhushan ji is a luminary yogi, theosophist, and a Vedic science teacher. He also holds 2 master's degrees, one in yoga and the other in English literature. His life's work has been about intensive research on human body, yogic anatomy, Vedic science formulas and their relationships with every tangible and intangible aspect of life. Advait ji has healed more than 4,000 people who were suffering from chronic disorders and created 600 yoga teachers as well, not just in India, but around the globe. Let's have another warm round of applause for Acharya ji. We'll be speaking mainly on the science of yoga. Is it the simplest way to practice well-being and spirituality? So great to have you, of course.
Thank you so much. First of all, I would like to thank Mr. Anurag ji and all the respected people who are speakers here, who are the listeners. Seriously, I'm so grateful to be in between such people to whom I have been watching. Shivani ji is sitting there. We have been listening her. Mr. Gaur Gopaldas ji, I was expecting him. He's not here by the now. Your Eminence and all other teachers who shared everything, it's like about spirituality and yoga, mindfulness, holistic approaches. I seriously thank you so much. And to Anurag ji for taking this step, for bringing all the people, such respected people under this roof and making this event happen. I seriously thank you so much. And I also want to take liberty from every person sitting here. When I will explain something or I will speak about something, I may go a little blunt. I may speak Hindi. That's how I feel more comfortable with. And I think everybody here can understand properly like Hindi, familiar with the language also. And if I go against with somebody, those who have already spoken here, please accept my apologies because there are concepts. My whole life have been about studying. When I got, when I was chosen by Stephen's College in Delhi, before that I was like, my family's bread and butter was going on a pension. My mother was getting a pension. My father was in army, and he left us when we were in like 3rd standard. So I always worried about just one thing. My mother supposed to say just one thing: "Pad le, to kuch ho jayega. Else, sab gadbad rahega. You are the hope." So all I did is that, and I was like, whenever I was scoring a little bit in my school, I was like jumping here and there, and then again she was supposed to say, "Tota chana bajya gana." It means, it's the grain which is empty from within, it makes more sound. So those people don't have much inside. They shout a lot. They speak a lot. They don't make any sense. They talk illogical things, and this was not me. So I was always reading, studying as much as I can, possibly. So on an average, like sometime I was even going through 100 books in a year or maybe more than that. And one day it's like I reached after like somehow I got a chance to be in Africa. And there is a person to whom I call my guru. I was telling to somebody he is supposed to date different women every day through Tinder. And I was supposed to see him as my guru. And he was supposed to ask me to smoke Havana cigars and offer me alcohols in the house. And I was living in a president ke saale ke ghar mein. I was living in a very lavish house also at that time. So I was thinking, okay, it's like Guru is asking, we can take it for granted. We can, we can just have it if he's asking. But there was something clinging within me that the things which I have been studying in Upanishads, Kathopanishad and Taittiriya Upanishads were the first scripts or textures which I was introduced to after gaining enough from modern science and modern education, after going through Stephens and after studying political science. I got introduced to yoga because of a reason. So I went through an accident which made me like 46% disabled. And I was not able to walk. This joy is still like giving me that voice. Pura niche se upar tak, rods aaya, sab kuch aaya. And I was crying. Every day I was asking my, God. Every day I was asking my mother, people, great people like spiritual leaders of our nation. I was reaching everybody and asking, why just this happened to me? मैंने ऐसा कौन सा इतना चीटियां मार दिया, so that I have to go through this pain. After studying good, after being a nice kid, and after having a good health, how I ended up having this accident, how I ended up going through so many tragedies in life. So I was seeking answers through the concept of karma, Gita, Ramayana, Mahabharata, Yugas, Hinduism, Jewish, every culture. Yes. I was not stick to Hinduism, or I was not stick to Bible. I was not stick to Quran. So I was looking answers, and the day I realized, okay, this is something not superstitious, good moralistic thing. Speak good, love beyond senses, forgiveness. This doesn't work out actually. This doesn't work out that much. This work out to all the bankrupt people and all the frustrated and stressed people. This doesn't work to those people who wants to be more creative and wants to be more impactful in the world. Yes. Those who wants to do something really for the human consciousness, and those who really want to evolve the human creature. So I was more worried about not to become a peaceful and moralistic teacher. We were supposed to have moral science in 6th standard. They were supposed to teach the discipline, how to behave with elders, how to behave with youngsters, how to do this and that. Apna ji laga ke baat karo, ye sab, everything was there, but it was not impressing me. I was not impressed because I was disabled. When I was sitting with a person and I was eating my food, it was coming out from one side. So it was weird for me. When I was walking, and I was seeing beautiful girls around me, they were not looking at me anymore because I don't have abs now. I've gone through an accident, you see. So I was like, how come this happened? Jabda toota, pair toota, everything. If there is any magic on this planet in yoga, if yoga is even 1% genuine, it has to work upon me, because it says कि वो मरे हुए को भी वापस ले आता है, पुराने जन्मों के भी कर्मों को ठीक कर देता है. You see, it's like it has to do.
और आप देख सकते हैं योगा का असर.
So
योगा का असर.
Okay. So it's like too much intellectual, too much botheration also, but too much intellectual. हर चीज में I was just seeking logics. If you are illogical, I will not listen to you for 1 second. I will sleep. I was like that, totally egoistic in my intellect and trying to seek. The day I read something, when I was going through Taittiriya Upanishad, maybe some Vedantic scholars are here. Anyone here? Okay, nobody's here. I would not make any sense by saying that then. So it says Pythagoras theorem. Another formula I went through. It says how to come up with the circumference of a circle without pi. Then I come up with something. I was like in Rishikesh. Rishikesh तो सबने सुना है ना, सारे योगी वही रहते हैं. मैं 30,000 रुपए लेकर घर से भाग गया, disabled. I want to find a yogi on this planet, maybe mainly in India, who can recover me from my disability. That's it. I will give my life. We always do. Many people keep saying that, na? Whenever they are stressed, we will give your life, just recover it. So I was also like that. I did not have enough money, but I had this body, I had this commitment from my tongue. I will sacrifice my whole life for the sake of whatever you will ask me. Just recover me as I was before. If there is a possibility, because doctors asked me, you cannot play basketball anymore. He asked me, you cannot jump off a wall anymore. They asked me to remain depressed and to accept the disability I carry physically, not mentally. Mentally can be gone away. It's like you had a relationship issue and tomorrow you are going to meet a much more smart and handsome man and you are going to sleep again. So it's like the stress will go out. That is not necessarily going to stay for a long time. Yes. It is for sure. Yeah. But a physical disability. The one who said here, no, I don't remember the name. The one who said that physical is not that important is absolutely wrong. Your mind is your physicality. Yes. Your central nervous system is totally dependent on your peripheral nervous system. The imprints you are getting on your body is directly going to your brain. And then how your brain is working, that's called your samskara. So in sleep also, some people were talking about sleep. Science is going on. When you are sleeping and when you're dreaming, you are creating sanskara. You are giving things to your mind. You are not letting it be, it's like calm for a while. Let me give you an example for something good. Eating is good. Drinking is good. Working out is good. Who can do that for 8 hours regularly? Anybody here? 10 hours continuously? Nobody can do that because science has proven you need rest. Your digestion needs rest. You cannot have sex continuously for a whole day. No matter if you keep your cell phones at intervals, yes, you cannot have it. No matter how much pleasure it gives you. And yes, agar aap upasana karna chahte hain, you have to control it. If you don't control it, it means you are losing the most eminent, most prominent heat within you. A heat which has the ability to give life. And you are not allowing this heat to become enough eligible for you so you can perform well while having sex. So if you are having it every day, if you are not, it's like thinking about upasana in the right way, neither you will be able to perform nice in a relationship or a marriage ever, and nor you will be ever be sorted from your mind. Okay. So it's confusing.
No, that's a great point, of course, you made. But okay. I can see now they're flashing times up. So I'll ask you to quickly conclude, and then I'll ask you two follow-up questions.
Then I should not speak.
No. I'll ask you to quickly conclude. Yeah. I'll give you a minute to conclude.
Okay, so it's pausing thing. When you want to recover from the thoughts, I guarantee you, I give you my words, there is no person on this planet, never born and will never born in the future also, who can forget the past. There is no way to forget the past. There is no way to eradicate a memory out of your cells, out of your genes, out of your brain. Once you have gone through a tragedy or a fortune, you will remember it for your whole life. The only way is to understand it. And that is only possible when you put yourself exactly in that alignment in which humans are supposed to be. That's it. That's the only way. If you shift your alignment of your body, then the chemistry will start working properly. Testosterone will work properly. Dopamine, dimethyltryptamine will properly. Endorphins will properly. You don't feel stress. You don't want to, but you still get. You don't want to get angry, but still you get it because some imbalance is there. And imbalance is not because of the chemicals and you cannot access them. It's because aapke hips bhi tede ho gaye hain. You know that? You are sitting like that, zigzag. When you bend down, aapko pata nahi hai, you are bending from your lower back, which is responsible for your sexual health. If you start bending from your lower back, you become important. You have issues with the wife, you have issues with the husband, then you become stressed. No medicine can recover it. No yoga can recover it until and unless you shift your alignment back and the separations are removed. Yeah. Compressions are removed. So and then the functioning takes place. Then you'll be happy by yourself, simply. Yes. You don't have to do anything for that. So it should not be like the pursuit of happiness. It should be like you need to work something that the happiness come by itself. Well, you don't have to.
आप ही जीता जागता scientific example है yoga का सही posture का. But I have to ask you very quickly, and now I think we've completely run out of time. So rapid fire, 2 questions to you, short, crisp answers. One, how do you define well-being? Today we are, of course, at the Wellbeing Conclave, the Wellbeing Summit. How do you define well-being?
There are 2 terms in the world nowadays, and people get very popular if they say good definition of these 2 words now. They become very rich, very fast. So people ask, what is enlightenment and well-being? These two things are there. People have many stories to tell you behind these two terms. Simply, let me tell you, Ronaldo is enlightened in football. No matter if you get enlightened spiritually, you cannot play better football than Ronaldo ever in your life. So, yes, I know you can do many things. So, we are just one step behind to get sorted. Enlightenment simply means to be sorted in life. If you are sorted in your subject, in your stream, in the air, in different sector you are working, it means it doesn't, spiritual alignment is not required then. Ronaldo actually doesn't need that. Until and unless he stopped liking what he is doing. So he is not, everybody, I believe that everybody is enlightened. और ये जो लोग कहते हैं ना कि ध्यान करना है, मैं इनको करेक्ट कर देना चाहता हूं. ध्यान लगाना नहीं है, ध्यान को हटाना है. आपका एक्स्ट्रा चीजों पे ध्यान लग गया है, उसको हटाना ही है, किसी चीज को लगाना नहीं है. आप प्लीज ये स्टॉप कर दीजिए that you want to meditate over something new now. Again you are creating more samskara. Well-being क्या है? जब मैंने बताया enlightenment का मतलब है sorted रहना. बस उतना ही, इससे ज्यादा नहीं. वो फिर मैं अब यहाँ पर कोई खोपड़ी रख लूं, उसमें राख डाल लूं और फिर पुनर्जन्मों की बातें करूं, that gonna scare you so much and you have to donate so much fund to my foundation. Yes, I'm telling you honestly. But the only thing is that those people genuinely doing it, it's not a slow process. Yeah. It's not a slow process to, align yourself and, eradicate things out of your mind.
You've spoken, of course, about a slow process, and I'll ask you my last concluding question.
Well-being means...
Do you believe yoga, well-being? Okay.
Well-being means, let me answer first what I asked. Okay. So well-being simply means you are not bothered mentally or physically. You can do whatever you want from your mind and you can do whatever you want from your body. If you are not doing it, stress will come in any
You're not
form.
Practicing.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So, dhyan lagao nahi, dhyan hatao, as you said. Okay. So last concluding question then, I have to ask you, as you said, it's a slow process, but is the fastest, the most simplest way to practice well-being yoga?
I got it. So, no point. How many more people will take birth now? It's like I concluded my work like that. I took birth for the refinement of education of yoga or the Vedic science. I am no one. I am no above than Patanjali. I am no above than P.K. Shivani ji. I am more below, less experienced, doesn't have anything yet now. But a step towards refinement is always necessary. So when I say refinement, I recall some sutras out of Yoga Darshana. Yoga Darshana means the philosophy of yoga. There is a difference between philosophy and darshan also. Darshan is, I am seeing you. This is clear. This is by Patanjali now, which he have experienced, witnessed in front of him. He says about asana. People think about doing booty yoga, this yoga, that yoga nowadays. I was in Europe for a time. I even saw wine yoga. I even saw very weird kind of yogas I have seen there. So I ran back. I just ran back and came to the country where I took birth. When he says, there is a great science behind, I can write it's like novels or whole books and science researchers about this one sutra. He says, sthiram. He says, sukham and asanam. When he says sthiram, he means stability. Stability, when you want to attain an alignment of any posture inside you, it means you are not working on the fascia, you are not working on the skin, you are not working on the muscles, you are actually working on the organs which are going to be responsible for the balance of the hormones inside your body. They are going to release something which is going to create a balance or imbalance. When he say sukham, he means when you are stable, you are happy also. You are not like mara mujhe chodo main chala. Not that kind of yoga. Okay, so mostly people are doing in the form of hot yoga, power yoga, this yoga. Bullshit. All bullshit. Clear
and
bullshit.
Unscientific.
Yes, unscientific. Like it can even harm you.
Okay.
It can bother you more. It can give birth to ahankara inside you. See, some people go on their hands and they never come down now. Until and unless they crash. They are just walking on it, impressing women, impressing men everywhere, here and there, and just Shows are also going on. Nowadays, the culture has coming up like that. Commercialization is good, but it has coming up like that. कि योग में भी competition करो.
Right.
When you want to unite with the self, what is the competition in that? Who will unite fast?
Yeah.
That is the thing happening. So when he says, Thiram,
Yeah.
Sukham, Asanam, जहां स्थिरता होगी, जहां सुख होगा, वो आसन कहलाएगा. और हर एक आसन एक भाव को संतुलित करने के लिए बनाया गया था. तभी तो वो बोलते थे वीरभद्र. आप वीरभद्र मतलब you will start feeling like a warrior if you are. I was going to use a very bad phrase. I am sorry. But when you are literally like a rat running here and there, don't know what to do in life,
The rat
then
race,
you
as they say.
need to ignite something within you.
Okay.
ऐसे ही उन्होंने सोच समझ के जब बहुत पहले का समय था, उस बहुत पहले के समय में मेरे जितना उन्होंने बोलना जरूरी नहीं समझा. But they gave all the signs. So I felt like if nobody is going to speak for this, then it will be totally manipulated. It should be commercialized very highly. Yoga must be commercialized. If we won't do it, Westerners will do it.
Okay.
Faster than us. And they are going to seriously become what you have no idea.
Absolutely.
They're coming here for 1 month, going back, spreading what you have no idea.
So
being Indians,
yeah.
I request to every youngster here, every youngster,
Yeah.
okay, Anurag ji also, start practicing yoga, make it your profession, make it your business. I had recently a word with the most powerful leader of our nation, I'm solving to right now. I asked him, I want to do some business where I should invest. He said that, go and invest in the alternate medicines. That's it. I mean, it's yoga in Ayurveda. So I think I made some sense.
Be India, make in India, and listen to India as well. And we just heard a quick snapshot of that. Okay, well, this is a conversation that we can continue, of course, to the evening because it's fascinating listening to Advait ji. But we'll have to wrap up now. Thank you very much for joining us. Let's have a warm round of applause for Acharya Advait Yogbhushan ji.